Hello everyone, my name is LAVANYA, working as Assistant Professor in EC Department from Marri Laxman Reddy Institute of Technology and Management, Dundigal, Hyderabad. Today we will discuss about analog and digital communication subject. The course objectives of this subject are: students will try to learn system requirements of analog and digital communication system, the generation and detection of various analog and digital modulation techniques, theoretical knowledge of each block in AM, FM, transmitters and receivers, the concept of baseband transmission and various sources and channels coding techniques, various noise sources and SNR figure of merit calculations. And the course outcomes of this subject: after successful completion of this course, the student shall able to learn, understand the basic knowledge of AM transmission and reception, extend the knowledge of FM transmission and reception, analyze the error performance of digital modulation techniques, examine the baseband signal and system transmission model, design of conventional telecommunication system. Coming to course syllabus, the first unit consists of modulation, amplitude modulation. In this first unit, we will learn about modulation and amplitude modulation. Here, modulation is the process in which the characteristics of carrier wave is varied with respect to modulated signal. Here, amplitude modulation. In this unit, we will learn about amplitude modulation generation techniques and demodulation techniques, and types of amplitude modulation: double sideband, full carrier, suppressed carrier, single sideband systems and vestigial sideband systems, and power calculations. So in this unit, completely study about amplitude modulation and generation and detection techniques. Coming to second unit, it is about angle modulation. In the second unit, in angle modulation, it has frequency modulation and phase modulation, generation techniques, detection techniques. Next, phase locked loop, concept of phase modulation, and comparison of amplitude modulation, frequency modulation and phase modulation. Next, the third unit is about introduction to digital communication. So in this unit, we will study about block diagram of digital communication system and generation techniques of PAM, PWM, PPM. It is pulse amplitude modulation, pulse position modulation, pulse width modulation, and pulse code modulation, delta modulation. So we will study about all these types of modulation. These are digital modulation techniques. So in third unit, we will discuss about digital communication. And coming to fourth unit, passband data transmission. Here in this unit, we learn about ASK generation detection techniques. The fourth unit is about passband data transmission. In this unit, we'll discuss about ASK, FSK, PSK, generation and detection techniques, amplitude shift keying, frequency shift keying, and phase shift keying techniques. And also in this unit, we'll study about probability error of ASK, FSK and PSK. In the fifth unit, we'll study about receivers, noise analysis and information theory and coding. In this, we'll study about the receivers, AM receivers and FM receivers, and we'll study about noise calculations in AM and FM. Next, information theory and coding. This is about the syllabus of analog and digital communication system. So coming to the introduction, first of all, what is meant by a communication? So communication is the process of conveying or transferring information from one point to another point. It is a process of establishing connection between 2 points for information exchange. This is nothing but communication is nothing but exchange of information between 2 points. So the 2 points are called source and destination. So this is communication. So communication systems. It is the system in which information is being transmitted in the form of energy from source to destination. The elements of communication system are, in communication system, the basic elements are information source, transmitter, channel, and the receiver. This is the block diagram of communication system. So in every communication system, the basic elements are information source, transmitter, channel, receiver, and the user of information. This is nothing but destination. Coming to this block diagram, so information source means the message or information to be communicated originates in the information source. That message can be words, group of words, code, data, symbols or signals, and etc. Here the information which is in physical form is transmitted to the transmitter. Okay, what is the purpose of transmitter here? The transmitter, the objective of transmitter block is to collect the incoming message signal and modify it in a suitable fashion such that it can be transmitted via chosen channel to the receiver point. So whatever the information is available in the information source, that information source is transmitted to the transmitter. In the transmitter block, so the received signal is changed to suitable form and then it is transmitted to the channel. So in transmitter, so we'll have some modulators. Whatever the information available in information source, that information source is transmitted to the transmitter. The signal which is coming from information source is called message signal. So that message signal is given to the transmitter. Transmitter takes that message signal. So message signal may be in low frequency. Okay, it may be a voice signal. So our audible range of frequencies are less than low frequencies. So we cannot transmit a low frequency signal to the channel. So for that process, we need to convert that low frequency signal to high frequency signal. That process is called as a modulation. So in transmitter, we have modulators. The total process of modulation is done at the transmitter. So the transmitter transmit the modulated signal to the channel, which is a high frequency signal for the further process. Here in the channel, the transmitted signal is received by the channel. So here one more thing is there, noise. So noise means here noise is nothing but a unwanted frequency. So noise is introduced at the channel. So channel is combined with the transmitted signal. In channel, the transmitted signal is combined with the noise. So channel can be a free space. Okay, it can be a coaxial cable. Okay, it can be wireless or wired communication. So in channel there is a probability of occurring of noise. So noise is nothing but a unwanted frequency. So here the transmitted signal is combined with the noise in the channel. Okay, the transmitted signal is received by the receiver. The receiver purpose is, the block receives the incoming modified version of the message signal from the channel and processes it to recreate the original form of message signal. Here whatever the signal transmitted to channel, that is received by the receiver. So here in the receiver, here we are transmitting a message signal combined with a high frequency signal, and we are calling that as a modulation process. It is called as a modulation process. Modulation process. In modulation process, what happens here? We are combining a low frequency signal. We are combining a low frequency signal with a high frequency signal for transmitting the signal to the channel. So after receiving, receiver will receive information signal with some high frequency signal. So here we need to have only at the destination, the required signal is only information signal. At the destination, the required signal is information signal. So we need to convert that low frequency signal. We need to remove high frequency signal. So that process is called demodulation. So demodulation is nothing but it is a reconstruction of original message signal. So the reconstruction of original message signal, the total process is called as a demodulation. Demodulation is done at the receiver side. At the receiver separates the message signal and the high frequency signal. We call that high frequency signal as a carrier signal. So we'll remove that high frequency signal and message signal. That message signal sent to the user information, or it is sent to the destination. So this is the total information about the communication system block diagram. The basic elements of communication system are transmitter, channel, receiver. Transmitter transmits the information to the channel. From the channel, receiver receives that information, and then that is transmitted to the destination. This is the block diagram of every communication system. Next, so here types of communication system depending upon the signal used, depending on types of communication system. Here we have analog communication systems, digital communication systems, wireless communication systems, optical communication systems, and satellite communication systems. So types of communication system. In analog communication system uses continuous signal to transmit the information. Example for this analog communication systems: AM, FM, radio, TV broadcasting. Second one is digital communication system. It uses discrete signal to transmit the information. And the third one is wireless communication system. In wireless communication system, it transmits data without physical medium. So wireless communication, there is no medium to transmit the signal. Here examples are Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. Coming to optical communication system, uses light to transmit information. Okay, examples are fiber optic cables, laser communication. Next, fifth one is satellite communication system. It uses satellites in orbit to transmit the data. Examples are GPS, satellite TV. So this is about different types of communication systems. We have discussed about block diagram of communication and what is meant by communication, and the main blocks of every communication system and the different types of communication system. This is all about the introduction to communication system. In the next class, we will discuss about modulation and the need for modulation and amplitude modulation. Thank you.